Hello, my name is Raquan Newton. On January 21st, 2020, the United States reported its first case of the coronavirus. For those of you that don't know what the coronavirus is a respiratory illness that can easily be transmitted from person to person. It is said that this disease can last in the air for hours or days, and it can last in your clothes for days. There are many ways to be socially responsible during this pandemic, but here are a few that I believe to be important. Washing your hands, practicing social distancing, being responsible, whether that's school or work, and finally being considerate of others. It may sound cliche, but you need to basically wash your hands after everything that you do. It is said that you can reduce illness, disease, and associated death by up to 50% by just washing your hands alone. If you don't have any soap, you can use hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer is a great replacement because it also fights off the germs and bacteria. Lately, I've been going to the store and seeing people wear gloves. Gloves are great as long as you wash your hands before you put them on and after you put them on. For example, a lady goes to the store for a gallon of milk. She grabs a gallon of milk, puts it in her cart. Little does she know, before she got there, someone else touched it and they were sick, but they just decided to put it back for whatever reason. And then she gets a phone call a few moments later, and she picks up the phone, touches it, puts it to her ear, and now she has germs on her face. And then a little later, when she leaves the store, she takes off the gloves, doesn't wash her hands, touches her car keys and door, which are probably already dirty. So that's even adding more bacteria to her hands, and then she has a higher chance of getting sick. Likewise, social distancing is really important because the government wants us to basically really be at home unless we need to go out for essentials. And if we are out, we need to have a 6 foot distance from people. And social distancing is really important because we have over 1 million cases right now, and 83,000 people have died so far, and a little bit over 330,000 people are recovering from the disease. So that's pretty good. But social distancing is really important because if I go to one of my friend's house and the night before I went out to a party and he was partying and he met person A or person B. Person A came from Mexico, person B went to Miami, and they both were sick. And then they went to the party and got everyone else there sick. And I go to my friend's house the next day and he doesn't know that he's sick because it takes a while to know that you're sick from this disease. And then he gets me sick. And I go home and I get my family members sick and I put them at risk of getting it or even potentially dying. During this pandemic, over 6.6 million people have filed for unemployment, and many people are losing jobs. And we have essential workers, which is great, and then we have people that are working from home. And the people that are working from home, they have to deal with being responsible because they have to deal with their kids, they have to take care of their kids. They have to work as well. They have to cook breakfast, probably lunch and dinner. And at the same time, they have to do their own work and probably help the kids out doing their homework as well. College kids have to be really responsible during this time because we have grades still, that we have things that need to be graded. We have tests to take, and we have homework that needs to be turned in at a certain due date. So we need to be responsible with that. Finally, being considerate to others is really important to me. I feel like if you're not considerate of others, you're just not taking this thing serious, and this is really serious. It's so serious that many people are dying from it, as I stated before. The first way you can be considerate of others is if you're like an adult and you have kids at home. You shouldn't really be going out to like gatherings larger than 10 people because some people might be sick and you won't know if they're sick, and then you might go home and get your kids sick, and your kids can get really sick and possibly pass away, and no one wants that happening to their kids. Also, this last one is really important to me. Being considerate of the elderly people. You should be considerate of the elderly people because they don't get up as fast as we do. They don't walk as fast as we do. And I remember at the beginning of the pandemic, people were rushing to buy toilet tissue and waters and stuff. And like the old people can't walk that fast. So it's like, how are they supposed to get the stuff that they need? And some of them don't even have extended family. They're like all they have. So they're basically defending for themselves. So it's important to be considerate of them. And also, it's a good thing that the stores like Walmart, Target, Publix, they have senior hours. And it's like an hour before the store opens. They get an hour to shop and get what they need before everyone else goes in there and just basically takes up unnecessary amounts of items. Ultimately, it's a good thing that the government is allowing us to still move about, and it's up to us to be responsible and socially distance ourselves.